I think any hedge fund manager that uses astrology to manage their investments should be shot.
Well, if people say it's stupid, how can you study astrology?
You really can't make bets on what someone is reading from the stars, if you ask me.
If they think it's crazy, that's okay.
Astrology is not an issue. I mean, I don't know whether it can be really used to forecast markets, but astrology, yeah, I believe in astrology. I practice astrology.
Well, what we do is that countries have horoscopes, stock markets have horoscopes, and stocks have horoscopes. So when we looked at, so when you want to make a prediction about a particular country or a stock market or stock, you look at their horoscope and you get the information about it. In the same way you can for an individual see their likely path and so forth. For many companies, it's one of the most important factors. Astrology is about time, place, and date of birth, and how it subsequently ensues. So you can have two Aries, one 20 minutes apart, and it's a totally different horoscope. So there's a general factor in the sun signs, but that's not what astrology is about. And again, it's basically looking at the planetary motions, and it's relating them, in our particular case, to stock market activities. So we look at historically, we look at crashes and major events and rallies, and then we see what the astrological configurations are, and the next time we see that particular configuration, then we know that there's a possibility or probability, depending on the confluence of planets, for the same event to take place. And it's basically a curve-fitting type of mathematical structure.
The only psychic, the only astrologist in this area from the Brooklyn Bridge to the Battery Tunnel on the Wall Street side. The feeling that I'm getting from Wall Street right now, everything is just, it's in a bad place right now at this time. For me, it's been really, really good because unfortunately, I feel bad for the people that are going through all of this, but they're coming in to see how long this is going to last, when is it going to be over, and they're just trying to find other directions to go into. There's times that this house reminds me of Grand Central Station. And that is not a joke. It gets really hectic here.
There was a gentleman who asked me in the springtime about a certain hedge fund that he had a lot of money in. And when we dealt the cards, he could see that the reading was terrible. It was terrible cards. You could even see by looking at them, they were terrible. And I said, well, it doesn't look so good. He said, oh, I got to sell it. I said, well, it doesn't look like it's going to go too well. But I said, I don't want to be responsible for this if you do sell it. And it goes up, but it does not look too good. Well, he did get rid of it, and he's very happy today because now it's worth less than half what it was worth in the springtime.
As a finance professor, I'm not very familiar with using astrology or other non-quantitative finance methods for predicting the stock market. But I do understand that people do this.
If I only used one tool, which I don't recommend, it would be astrology.
There's always going to be a wide variety of opinion. I'm not out to make any converts.